Yo, what's good, everyone? So we're back for another trade recap slash market recap. So today I'm going to explain to you what my bias is going in for the day, how I found my bias, and what I was targeting. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So first thing I did, hopping on in pre-market about 20 minutes before market open. First thing I noticed was I checked the hourly time frame. First thing I did notice was if you look over here, we actually do have a bearish SMT with ES right here. Let me pull it up on ES as well too. So we took the high on NQ, but we didn't on ES. So I was already looking to see if price action was going to be bearish from here, right? So we had our bearish SMT. Now we drop down to the lower time frame, pull up to the 15-minute fair value. Nice. Pull up to the 15-minute time frame. We did have this fair value gap that price was also respecting as well too. We were inside of this 15-minute gap. And then if we drop down to the 5-minute, we were also inside of this 5-minute fair value gap as well too right here. So as soon as market open hit, this was market open right here 9:30. I took a couple stab longs. I took a couple stab shorts here. Most of them were break even. Like for example, I ended up taking this 30-second. I took this 30-second. This was a break even trade. So my confluences were already bearish. We had a higher time frame, bearish SMT. Rejection from a higher time frame fair value gap. Well, at the time we weren't rejecting, but we were rejecting from a fair value gap up here, and we had also taken out buy side liquidity as well too. So that gave me the conviction that we were gonna go lower, especially here. You can see right here on this move up, we ended up taking out this liquidity up here on the left side. So my first targets, first TPs were these relative equal lows down here. That's the wrong set, my bad boys. So my first TP were these relative equal lows, and then I wanted these London lows for the sell side liquidity. Now on the first trade on the 30-second, I got in short around here, and then as you guys can see, my TP did get edged by like 1 point, which is unfortunate. It is what it is. Can't really complain about that. Now, after I got stopped out at break even here, I let price action go a little bit higher. So price action kept going up higher, but for some reason I wasn't trusting any longs. Like I knew the bias was bearish overall. I didn't trust any longs at all. So as soon as price action came up and I noticed we tapped this 15-minute fair value gap, I like the way that we rejected that. And then if we look here in the 5-minute, we also had another 5-minute gap as well too, which it respected it perfectly to the T right there. So on that move higher, we actually did end up taking out this buy side liquidity as well too. So we traded back into this 15-minute gap, rejected it. Traded back into the 5-minute, rejected it. Have a higher time frame bearish SMT. That's already telling us that price is actually bearish here. And then if you guys look over here too, if you guys take the fib from the high to the low, we were also inside premium of the range. So this is a good area for shorts overall. And then I dropped down to the 1-minute. Had this 1-minute IFVG down here. We also did have our change in the state of delivery right here. And then my targets remained the same. I got my entry right there. My SL was up here, and then my targets were the same. Now the only thing that does suck is that during this trade we were already heading into 10 a.m. news. So price action was already pretty sloppy before from here, so I wasn't really trusting anything price action was doing. So I did end up taking the short, but as soon as price came down here, and I noticed that we were just kind of like wicking here, and like price was failing to displace lower, I got out of the trade early just because I didn't trust it, because I knew 10 a.m. was going to hit, and I knew it was going to wick me out and then stop me out at break even. So good thing I did get out early, because it counted as like a partial day. I made more than what I risked. I risked about 200 on this trade, so I made like 230. So it is what it is. Now if you guys see here, if I would have held the whole thing, it would have hit my final TP. But I mean, there's nothing really I can control right there. It is what it is. Now that's my main trade that I took today, but we also did have another long setup as well too. So if you guys waited for this sell side liquidity to get taken out right here, which was my original draw on liquidity, we took out London low, dropped down to the 15-minute time frame. We also did have this low as well down here. Now, if you guys don't know, when liquidity gets taken inside of a fair value gap, that actually becomes a protected low. So longs are pretty safe around this area. I didn't take any of these. I paper traded the long that I'm about to show you guys. So we came down, respected the 15-minute fair value gap below, took out liquidity inside of the gap. Now, remember we had 10 a.m. news, right? So this was our, where's my 10 a.m. candle? All right, right here. This is your data high right here. So easily we had data highs again right here. Now, if you guys took this 1 minute, it's not the biggest fair value gap in the world, but I still would have taken this trade regardless, just because it aligned with the draw, and it also was respecting bullish order flow as well too. So boom, just sweep, respected the fair value gap, respected this 1 minute gap, closed above right here, and then you would have targeted data highs. Your entry would have been right here at this candle close. Could have gone for a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, and then boom, that would have hit right there. Now the only thing is, I don't know if this is okay. So it wasn't at this count of the range, but it was still like a pretty valid trade. It was like a setup, B plus setup, I would say. So yeah, that's pretty much all the trades that I did notice today. Price action was pretty terrible after market open. We were just kind of chopping inside of this range, nothing really going on. Now I will show you guys that I did end up passing my combine yesterday, so I did end up starting my express account or whatever. So here's my executions on the break-even trades that I took today. Break even, and then right here I did end up partialing a little lower. So I did end up ending the day off with 215 bucks. So yeah, first winning day on the express account. And then as you guys can see, I got a fire name. I called it Twin Trim. You know what I'm saying? Me and Twin Trim gonna get this payout. So yeah. So that's it for me for the day. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you guys caught some dubs today. And yeah, that's it for me. Have a good one, and I'm out. Peace out.